Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so very much for tuning in. So, this is going to be your daily general energy reading. Yes, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Um, Also, keep in mind that this is a timeless reading. Yeah, so this doesn't have to resonate for you right now. It may, if it doesn't resonate for you now, maybe it may resonate for you in the future. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that there's a bit of story time. I don't have that much to say, but I do want to talk about some stuff. So I'm just letting y'all know. So depending on how long it is, well, no, I'll put a timestamp in the bottom or in the comment section for anyone that would like to skip to the reading. But the dream space did not disappoint last night. So if any of you watched Happy Hour last night, or if you tuned in for it, you probably heard about some of the topics that we were talking about. And at one point, um, you we at one point we talked about ancestry and like family stuff. I don't even remember how we got on that, but quite frankly, but if you want to watch it, it's Happy Hour from December 16th, 2020. Wow, I really just wanted to say 2019. Interesting. Um, Going back in time, huh? Anyway, what we were talking about, somehow we got on the topic of like family lineage. Because Starseed asked about gaslighting and what gaslighting was, and so we were talking about that, and of course that evolved into talking about how my experiences with gaslighting as a kid and all that stuff, and we got on to the topic of I was basically talking about how there was an opportunity for me, being the person that I am in my family, to kind of help change, to rectify a little bit of the karmic energy within my family and certain elements of that, and ultimately it came down to like, the buck stops here with me. Like I'm not trying to um, procreate from this bloodline anymore, and like perpetuate more of this negative karma and all that stuff. Like it stops here. It stops with me. This lineage stops with me. And there were other people that were saying that too. And so last night, or I guess I should say this morning I had a dream, because I woke up. I mean, okay, I woke up at like 2 in the morning, but I did go to bed. I was in bed by like 9 o'clock, falling asleep. I think I was fully asleep by like 9:30, and so 9 to like 2. What's that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, that's 5 hours. I normally sleep around 6 hours, right? Um, so okay, so I woke up at like 2 o'clock, kind of rolled over, went back to sleep, and then I think I might have woke up one more time, but then I finally went back to sleep again. And this is when I had this dream. And I was sitting at a table, talking to my parents and my sister. It started with my dad. My dad and I were talking, and he seemed very concerned. Like he wanted to get to the bottom of this. And then my mom came into the picture, and then my sister came into the picture. My sister is younger. And when my mom came into the picture, it was about um, how like how me and my sister never really got along, and we were talking about that, and the dream the dream basically was me and my family kind of trying to hash things out, as my sister likes to say, and ultimately it really wasn't going that well. At one point there was a moment where it was like they were trying to convince me to procreate and all that, and I'm like, no, no, I'm not doing that. First of all, I don't want to. Second of all, that's not my style. Third of all, I'm not about to do something just because somebody else tells me to. Like, no. And they even made they even cited how like my sister would do things that she was told to or asked to, blah blah. And I'm like, hi, that's not me, okay? She chose to do that. That's on her. I'm not the one. Sorry, you're not gonna force me. You're not gonna coerce me. You're not gonna twist my arm into doing something that I'm not even meant to do to begin with. Period. And then it became a battle between me and my mother, and it's interesting because this then extended beyond this lifetime, because I'm holding my rose quartz right now because this is a pretty tough subject. But this extended beyond lifetimes, because then the person or the figure that represented my mother in this lifetime started to shapeshift into women that I didn't recognize from this lifetime, and we started to talk about, or things started to come out, topics started to come out that were not relevant to this lifetime. So I'm pretty sure at this point, me and my mom have some like pretty extensive past life history. But it basically boiled down to the fact that like my mom was trying to get me to talk about why me and my sister had like such a rift. And it basically came out that, you know, when she came around, all of a sudden I became this like defect. And I guess it's because she played the role that they wanted both of us to play, and I was so incredibly rebellious that they basically like favorited her, and I became the rebel, or I became the defect, and then everything went to shit. And I was trying to get my mom, to realize this and to like admit it, and she couldn't, and she got up and she walked away from me. So that, and Mom, if you're watching this, like, don't worry about it. This is just shit that it's not even that serious. And I really feel like the reason why this came up was because we were talking about this in happy hour last night. And the other thing that I was saying in the dream was like, I don't care. And it kind of felt like on an energetic level, they were still trying, because because last night we were talking about gaslighting and manipulation and narcissism. And it's like, they were still trying to get me to assimilate. They were still trying to get me to like, I don't even know how else to say it, to conform. And that wasn't happening. And I straight up was looking at them, straight up saying like things like, I don't care. And I don't care, mainly I don't care because I'm over it by now. Like, I'm so far past this, you don't like, no, I'm not going back, no. And so the dream ended with the figure that was representing my mother having shapeshifted again into a woman that I don't recognize from this lifetime. And she kept saying something to me, and it's like, I can't hear you. And finally she said something one more time, and I leaned over into the table. I was like, I can't hear you. And she goes, well, you're much darker, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you like move over? And I was like, oh, you want me to sit more in the light? Oh, okay. So I moved over and sat right in this like beam of light that was coming like through the window that was behind me. It was a very dark setting, like very, not much light at all from what I can remember. Like, I could see them all clearly. It's just, there was not much light in this room that we were sitting in. And there was this big, like, like living room, dining room table, like the big dining room table that we were all sitting around. And there was even at one point when the figure that was playing my mother eventually got up and walked away from me, I noticed that there were two women sitting there, very fair skin. One had blonde hair, one had dark hair, with these very troubled looks on their faces. As if kind of expecting us to be able to like come to some sort of resolution or conclusion, but I don't know what you expected from me. I'm not, no, I'm not backing down. And neither are they. So that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to. See, and this is the thing, like, you don't have to agree. You don't have to see eye to eye. You don't have to be on the same page. But you can say, okay, you know what? That's fine. I recognize where you are. I recognize where I am. I hold no grudges. I forgive you. I forgive me. Like I'm sorry. Like whatever. But I'm washing my hands of this karma. Washing my hands of it, because I want nothing to do with it any longer. I'm not going to. And this is part of what we experience as humans in terms of these karmic loops. These karmic loops that keep us coming back to Earth time and time and time and time again with these same souls in different incarnations, in different settings, different scenarios, trying to work out this karma between us. You don't have to do that. You can recognize it for what it is and say, okay, obviously this is not working. So I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. But I'm done. I'm not doing this any longer. I'm choosing to move forward. I'm choosing to move on. And so that's that. So let me know. I mean, if y'all are still having crazy dreams, let me know. Get it down in the description, in the comment section. But with that said, let's get started. Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved. Please provide us with some clarity in terms of the places, situations, and circumstances that we need it the most. Thank you very much, Spirit. All right, kids, the color for the day is pink. Unconditional love. Look at that. All right. 5 shuffles here. 1. 2. Oh, I do want to say that I announced this on during happy hour last night, but this is 3. But monthly readings are coming back to the channel. I have already started. I'm like about halfway through the monthlies for January. So look out for that. This is 4. They will be released as of January 1st. And this is 5 for the collective. So this pink color, this unconditional love color, see, this is the thing, you guys. Oh, and it's funny because I'm looking at a box of Q-tips right over there and it's bright pink. But here's the thing. What Spirit is saying with this pink color, with the universe, the ancestors, whatever you want to call them, our angels, our guides, what they're saying with this pink color is there doesn't have to be any animosity. There doesn't have to be any sort of resentment, anger, fear even. But it's really just letting go of the karma, letting go of the toxicity, literally choosing to step off the karmic hamster wheel with love and light in your heart, respect for yourself and even for the other people. It's not a situation where it's like, well, I'm better than you and you're going to hell, this, that, and the third, blah. No, it's not even like that. First of all, if hell exists, it's right here on earth right now. Okay. But it's not about being better than somebody else or more higher in vibration. It's literally an experience that we all have come down here to have so that we can grow and expand as souls. It doesn't make anyone better, doesn't make anyone right, doesn't make anyone wrong. There is no such thing as right or wrong. I know that's a very touchy subject that a lot of people don't agree with me with, but I personally feel like there literally is no such thing as right or wrong. All there is experience and expansion of awareness. That's all. I mean, think about it this way. In terms of information, knowledge and information are neutral. What makes it good or what makes it bad is the being that colors that knowledge with their own sense of individuality. So again, to me, there is no such thing as right or wrong. So if you're going through this and stepping off of karmic hamster wheels and closing out family ancestry and all that stuff, like closing out karmic ancestry, whatever, it doesn't make you better than anybody else. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you wrong. It's just a choice to end a certain cycle and move on to the next. Yes? And I sip. That's a little inside joke with myself. If you guys are on TikTok, I recommend that you search for Jasmine's Garden. I believe that's I believe that's her name. She's fucking hilarious. But anyway, let's get into this here. What messages do we have for the collective today? What's going on with the collective today? We're taking that one too. Okay. Overall energy, oh, would you look at that? We have the Knight of Wands. All right, talk about light work here. We have the Moon with the World. So what this is saying to me is this is an end of darkness, okay? This is an end of illusion. This is an end of a cycle. This is an end of a really dark cycle, maybe even a really tough cycle. And you're bringing light to this, okay? In some cases, you're bringing light to the situation. In other situations, or in other cases, you're just moving forward, feeling inspired, okay? Having re-identified yourself to the Page of Wands, having closed out cycles, or coming out of a confinement that was really, really confusing, toxic, narcissistic. I mean, talk about gaslighting, like smoke and mirrors. It's almost as if there was an agenda here. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, actually, this has a lot to do with what's going on in the world right now. I want to say, especially in the United States. However, I'm sure it's happening all over the world. I really understand it from a perspective of the United States because that's where I live, even though technically I'm in Puerto Rico right now. But anyway, there's a narrative of control. There's a narrative of smoke and mirrors. There's a narrative of baiting and switching, of gosh, there's a term that it's on the tip of my tongue, but I keep losing it. But I think you guys get what I'm saying with this. That's keeping us trapped in confinement, in control. In control. No, kept in a sense of being controlled, under control by sources that don't really want to, or by individuals or organizations that don't want us to know the truth, that keep filling us with all kinds of bullshit to keep us confused, to keep us distracted from the truth. So this could be happening for you on a personal level, like within your family, within your friends, within your groups of association, like whatever, business colleagues and whatnot, your peers, and I will say, if it's not happening on in your personal life, it is happening on a greater scale. Okay. I mean, what has this whole year been about? I mean, I'm not gonna say it directly because who knows what's gonna happen. I might get demonetized or some shit, but what came through this year that threw the whole world into frenzy, and now we're looking at circumstances of even greater control by organizations, we'll call them, elite organizations that have been looking to just control all of humanity for all of eternity. Like that's been their whole goal, their whole agenda to begin with. Right? So then in the example that I had in my dream last night, the narrative was I was being coerced to line up with their point of view, to accept their treatment as the way, the right way. When in reality, I was not accepted for who I was when I was a child. I was taught and told that I needed to be something else other than who I truly was. And because I didn't play along with that, I was treated as a defect. I was treated like there was something wrong with me. I was treated like I was a leper. I mean, there were moments where I remember this one time when I was a kid. I think I might have been either in like 4th or 5th grade. Oh no. Maybe 6th grade. 5th or 6th grade, something like that. But we had ordered Chinese food for dinner. And I had fallen asleep in my room, waiting for dinner waiting for my dad basically to come back with dinner. And I woke up thinking, food should have been here by now. I wonder what's going on. And I walked downstairs, and there they are, all 3 of them, sitting there, eating away, having a nice family dinner, while I was asleep upstairs, waiting for the food to get here. And I got upset. I was like, you guys couldn't wake me up? Like, you're eating without me? They were like, yeah, you were asleep. Oh, word? Like that. And so they want, and so that's what's going on a grander scale. I mean, it's an example that came through in my dream last night, but that's an example of what went on a grander, is going on a grander scale. That's this energy. 7 of Cups of the Moon, gaslighting. Well, it's really not that bad. Excuse me? It's really not that bad. We have families, we have people, good, hardworking people that can't support themselves right now, that can't feed their families, children whose educations are being destroyed. And you want to tell us it's not that bad? You want to tell us we don't deserve to be bailed out like your big corporations? I'm sorry, what? The Moon, 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. Well, looky here. We're going to put that shit to rest right now. Queen of Swords, Judgment. Your time has come, establishment. The Hierophant. Because, why? For no other reason, you guys, other than the fact that people are waking up. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, rediscovering themselves, finding the truth of who they are, finding out what they are truly capable of, remembering who we are, not who the establishment wants us to believe we are. The World. Ending of the cycle. It's coming to a close. Slowly but surely, it's coming to a close. Okay. I'm hearing one more shuffle, so I'm going to get one more pull on this. One more pull, please, Spirit. What else do you want to say about this? I think that was just the King of Swords that came out now. King of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Oh, no, it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups with the Lovers. All right, so, wow. Okay, so what I'm getting here is this is a battle between the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the establishment. You damn right it's the establishment, because look at what's underneath the King of Pentacles. The Devil. This is materialism. This is capitalism. This is being focused on physical reality and not having the compassion to focus on the people that make up our society. This is the bigwigs, the fat cats, big government, big business that seems to have control over everything right now. But you see, who's opposing that right now is the King of Cups with the Lovers. And you can be as hard as stone as you want. You can be as rock solid and materialistic as you want. But earth always gives way to water. Always. It may take a while for that steady stream of water to carve its path, but it will always carve its path through the stone. And to be quite honest, this is starting to feel a bit righteous, you guys. Because with the Lovers here, what I'm feeling that this is saying is that those in this compassionate, emotionally mature energy of the King of Cups are on the right side of history, the Lovers. Because the Lovers is a choice. It's a choice of either vice or virtue. Vice is this shit. Virtue is having the compassion and the understanding to know what is right. To know what is right to stand for, to know what is right for, to fight for. And now here you go saying, well, Eric, I thought you said there is no such thing as right or wrong. You're right. But what's better? Staying in this and staying in this capitalist, materialistic, devil, toxic bullshit and watching people starve, watching the world be destroyed, watching the environment be destroyed while people sit back and say, oh, environmental, what, climate change? That's a myth. That's not a thing. As we watch the polar ice caps melt, as we watch the habitats of those that live, the animals and whatever that live in the Arctic, watch their habitats be destroyed, watch polar bears become emaciated because they have no food to eat, watch rainforests be destroyed for capitalist means, watch people's water reservoirs become contaminated because of fracking. People in Flint, Michigan probably still don't have good, clean drinking water. Right? So no, you're right. There is no such thing as right or wrong. But I can tell you there is such a thing as destruction and life. Okay. I'm gonna, I need to chill. No, you don't need to chill. Okay. We're going to move over to the deeper look in a minute, but I'm gonna get a little bit of closing guidance for this half of the reading, and we're getting it from the Gaia Oracle. Yeah? Five shuffles here. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Closing guidance for this half of the reading, please, Spirit. Yes! Oh my God. Shit, I can't do it. Look. Card number 31, Ganesha. Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. I mean, shit. You can't make this up. I'm gonna sneeze. Or not. All right, let's get going here. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Here we go. Ganesha, one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon, has shown up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. Whatever has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be resolved. An obstacle is cleared and you are free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstances were previously not favorable, and your efforts would only have ended up in disappointment and failure. The path is now clear, and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. Let's get the affirmation here. The affirmation what this card says, and repeat it with me if you like. I am protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take this as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease. All that occurs or does not occur is for my highest good. Let's say that one more time. I am protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take this as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease. All that occurs or does not occur is for my highest good. At the bottom of the deck, you have Rising Above. Clarity, freedom, solution. Wow. All right, kids. So I'm going to move over to the deeper look over on Patreon, patreon.com/Divine Conversations. The link can be found in the description box below. With that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day if you are not going to follow us over there. And I love you all so much, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah? Take care. Mwah! Bye.